4 big guys, and they grab on my thighs, blow up my guts like the 4th of July. If they keep fucking my butt, then I might just cry. Poop is finger spraying on my eyes. You lick my dick and the cum start spraying. Charging up my dick, I'ma go super saiyan. When it comes to fucking booty, I don't do much playing. I whispered in his ear like, hey, are you staying? He said, yeah, I'm not leaving. I guess he George Floyd, cause I always leave him not breathing. He chew on.
Who circles the globe to uncover the stories America will never stop talking about. She grew up only wanting to be a hairdresser, but Tammy Wynette styled herself a dream and took it all the way to Nashville and into the hearts of America. Visit the private paradise of Maui and join the fun as the superstars make waves at this jewel atop Hawaii. Meet David Brenner for a slice of the good life as the crazy comic puts fun on the menu during a High Rollers tour of Atlantic City. All this and more when Lifestyles returns. Stay with us.
The left is attacking my bowel movements. My toilet is under attack from the woke left.
Definitely tired.
He's tired.
He's sleepy.
Ever notice how dark and sunken in my eyes are?
We've noticed how dark the bags under your eyes are, buddy. I only talk about it every day. He's Raccoon Man.
Little tired today. It was a long night.
He's always tired.
What are you fresh?
Oh, man, look at him, though. He is tired.
I'm going to take a nap.
Take a day off.
Look at his eyes. They're just bloodshot. Look at his left eye. It's completely bloodshot.
I'm tired, boss.
What are you guys going up to? What are you guys going up to?
Fail.
What are you guys up to this weekend?
Whoa!
There we go!
Whoa!
Whoa! Buddy!
Distraction alert!
He has a problem with words. His brain doesn't work so good.
He's not focused.
He's trying to be an actual entertainer with these problems.
Oh, shit.
He's mushmouth. He looks like my UPS delivery guy. Not the first person to say that.
Yep.
It seems to be a universal recognition that he looks like a fucking UPS driver.
Well, now I'm just going to upload all the terrible ones so you guys can watch me suffer. Or suffer, as some people like to say.
He's rolled over and showed his udders and just embraced being a lolcow. And he's like, yeah, I guess I'm in my lolcow era, boys. Here you go. Make sure you get this close up when you milk my udders.
I just jumped I just did my little trampoline.
I want to see Jared do tricks on the trampoline. You think Jared can do a 360 backflip, buddy? He's going to poo his pants on the trampoline, guaranteed.
I'm gonna have to shit for sure.
The pooth is out there, pal.
I have anxiety diarrhea.
He has anxiety diarrhea.
I was getting like diarrhea a lot. I had to run a red light and still some came out.
Can you imagine if he did run the red light and just T-bone a family and like paralyze some? Officer, I'm sorry I killed that family of 4, but I couldn't shit my pants. Your political live stream, sir.
You've never had the joy of pissing in your own basement.
The woke is so owned, good sir.
And the left, that's the #1 insult.
The left.
Are you for real, bro? It's anybody who would hear it would make fun of you.
If I eat healthy, explosive diarrhea.
You don't have to tell anybody this shit. No one wants to know about your shit. You shitter. The left is attacking my bowel movements. My toilet is under attack from the woke left. No, I'm pretty sure your toilet's under attack from you, good sir.
To bring back the shit stories, I'll share them.
No.
Sometimes they'll have bathrooms available if they're like a park or something like that. Usually it's where like homeless people shoot up. I had like a diarrhea moment.
This is your quartering heritage moment. His diarrhea moment.
10 years ago, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, or if you could the A-team, maybe you can hire...
Fuck out of my seat! Kick that.
They chipping out.
It is my nigga.
So there's some people in this bucket that are over 200 years old. We'll get to the bottom of that, though. We'll go
He's
ahead, Tony.
exactly right,
Yeah,
and it
right.
is a
Yeah.
disgusting disgrace what this show has become. There's 200-year-old men in that
Yeah.
bucket, and Elon's gonna sniff them out like a
That's right.
retarded truffle pig.
Right. Yeah.
Of eternity, motherfucker. I'm just trying to help you.
I'm sorry, but I don't need your help.
Yes, you do, motherfucker. You do need my help, sir. Can't you see that, you son of a bitch?
Could you please just let me check out my groceries?
Fuck you, I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
Wow, this is...
You gotta ask Jesus Christ.
I
We're all
don't have
sinners.
to do anything.
We're all sinners.
Okay.
He's not gonna force you to do it.
You're sinning right now.
No, I'm not, motherfucker. You fucking accuser. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking accuser. You motherfucking accuser.
When I first saw you, thought you were the bomb. Thought you were the finest woman I'd ever seen. On black.com, so now you're with me. Think it's time I said, this misery needs company until at least one of us drops dead. Won't you stay in my shack? I'll buy you so much crack. I love you, bitch. Please grant my wish. You make me wanna shout it. You wanna know the truth
It's the new Melanie Mac doll.
Hi, chat. How's it going? Did you all have a wonderful weekend and Monday?
Those are like her 3 phrases, like she's a drawstring fucking doll, like from Toy Story or something.
With 5 insightful phrases.
Wow! Yeah, great! Wow! Yeah! It's like the same 4 or 5 fucking phrases in a row, like she's an action figure.
Wow! That's incredible!
It sounds like a dying cat.
Oh, man. Yeah! Nice! Her voice is it's honestly like a drowning animal. Like you throw a cat, you know, in the water and
Wow!
I'm the captain.
When you mow your cat by accident.
Ow!
I mowed the dog.
Great commentary, Mel.
Right.
Like-
yeah.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm just getting back into the swing of things here. Getting everything back together, coming back from a father-son trip up north. One of the very few times I've gotten to spend time with my kids and get a summer off from work. Can't never normally fucking get it. Had to be out in a back injury in order to get it. Because the other shitbags will take it. It's union. It's fucking pain in the ass, and the other assholes who don't have kids have to sit in their deck and watch their dicks get smaller. But let's not get bogged down on who's on vacation and who's doing what. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Relief Valve Podcast, and it's time to catch up. For everybody that tuned out during the intro, fuck you guys. You know what? It's my fucking intro. It makes me happy. It's a mix of, some of the stuff that the Kino Casino has and some things that I've peppered in there on my own. So for the other ones that were like, I don't like this, I can't wait for this, fuck off. For everybody else that stayed, thank you. Welcome. So let's get caught up with how was your weekend, everyone? Fucking quartering. I hate the quartering and I hate Melanie Mac. That's why they're in there, in case you're wondering. The quartering is in my hemisphere as part as allegedly doing news and information and updates to people. And he's a fucking retard, and I hate him. So that's one of the reasons he's in the intro for everything that I have. In case anyone's wondering, why is he there? That's why. So, hello everyone. Welcome back once again. And let's get caught up with some of the things that have been going on here. It's been crazy. You've had the Tate brothers arrested again. You have another tranny running for office in Maine. People are shitting themselves over lettuce that they're eating. I mean, it's some pretty crazy stuff going on. It really is. So let's go through it and figure it all out. Let's have a little fun here first. So a Florida woman was, and I'm catching up with the things when I was in the mountains and didn't have any fucking service at all, so I barely knew what was going on. So I'm kind of catching up with all of this with you as well. So a 77-year-old Florida woman here is in great distress. And it's because she was mailed her new license plate that reads SQZ A55 or squeeze ass. So last year, Florida rejected 130 vanity plate applications for being too obscene for public roads. Apparently this one got by. And then the state's own system generated a standard issue plate. Imagine standard issue plates being squeeze ass, reading SQZ A55 and mailed it to a 76-year-old woman in Pompano Beach. And nobody caught it until she did. Nancy Dello Stritto. Can somebody answer this? Why do old people have old names? My name's not going to sound old when I get old. Why do these old people have old fucking names? It's got to be because of the generation, right? So at that time in 1924, it was like, oh, we'll name her Nancy Dello Strittle and call it a day. Everybody's old names sound old. Didn't need a dirty mind to read the plate. Neither did her neighbors. When I saw that, I went ballistic, she told CBS Miami, describing the moment she realized her tag phonetically spelled out squeeze ass in a retirement community, no less. We were all horribly outraged. All right, my sound's working. Hello? Fucking thing. Way to catch up. Florida built an entire bureaucratic fortress against exactly this kind of thing. There will be no fun plates for anyone. They'll read, "I like bananas." Or they'll spell out, "I enjoy the newspaper." What the fuck are you why can't somebody have a cool license plate? Why can't it say something fun? Why the fuck do you have to ban it all? Yet one randomly generated sequence walked right through it. The FLHSMV's inventory control unit, that's a long fucking word for something stupid, screens every personalized plate request. A dedicated review board meets monthly to vote on borderline cases. Section 320, Mark 0805 of Florida statutes even grants authority to recall plates after they've been issued. This is a horrible outrage. That fortress has one notable blind spot. It guards the front door while leaving the back wide open. No, does it leave the back wide open? All that scrutiny. Mine are all over the place. Not everything is even where it's supposed to be. I leave for 1 week, and it's all fucked up. All the scrutiny targets vanity plate applicants, people deliberately requesting combinations like badass, 8ADAZZ, FAFOMF, fuck around, find out, motherfucker, and Mr. DUI. Randomly generated standard issue sequences like Delos Tritos get shipped without the same human review. Automated screening catches obvious profanity but struggles badly with phonetic readings and number letter substitutions. It's a DMV equivalent of autocorrect letting the worst possible words through at the worst possible moment. Florida blocked more than 500 plate requests in 2023 alone. Why? Why can't you just why can't you make a custom one that's kind of fucked up and have fun? Who gives a fuck if the cops have to read it? That's on you. You want to pull me over? You have to scan and read my fucking plate. I don't care if you like it or not. Per the New York Post, yet a randomly generated sequence accomplished what hundreds of deliberate applicants couldn't. I'm going to play the video for you in a minute. She decided to keep it. What started as a mortifying trip to the mailbox ended with Dello Stritto becoming the most talked about driver in her neighborhood. Have you heard about Dello? She's a slut. Her first instinct was to swap the plate immediately, so she didn't keep it. Why are you saying she kept it when she clearly said, "I'm going to swap it immediately"? This fucking clickbait garbage. Broward County officials confirmed she could get a free replacement at the Plantation Tag Office. That's a cool name. No questions asked, no cost involved. Well, no fucking shit. So, here's old fucking Kathy, whatever the fuck her name is, to talk about it when this decides to load.
A woman.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't think a woman that lives in a senior community that's going to be 77 years old next month will be driving around with what this plate has to say. I don't think a woman that lives in a senior community.
Hold on a second. Play again. Play again. What are you doing?
I don't think a woman that lives in a senior community that's going to be 77 years old next month will be driving around.
I don't think a woman in the community should be. Old cunt. Right? I bet at one point she had a sense of humor, right? That's what I'm guessing. That she had a sense of humor at some point in her life. I don't think I shouldn't have a license plate like that. George down the road actually spanked my bottom when he saw it. Okay. So we're moving on here, if my fucking computer will cooperate. So here was another one that was fucking crazy. Talk about the people that we share a country with. This is from Polymarket. The betting site is actually putting reliable news out for people more than others that you can find online. It's absolutely crazy. Polymarket is like Kelshi, for anyone that's familiar with it. So you can go online and you can bet on situations, essentially. Is one senator or another going to win something? Will Mexico win against France in the soccer finals? You know, shit like that. Not just stocks, but actual, situations. So Polymarket comes out, and this was a story from everybody else as well, but Florida man sentenced to probation and a $271 fine after police say he was caught pleasuring himself with a vacuum in broad daylight near Disney World. I mean, like, you couldn't do it at home. It wasn't enough to do it at home. You had to come out and you had to do it in an area where families are going to be, which means he's just a pedophile. That's all it is. Just do it. You know what? Shove your vacuum in your face or whatever in the privacy of your own home. You don't know that. Somebody saying, "I thought this was America." I know, right? I thought this. Fuck you. I thought this was America. Okay, so coming to these fucking guys, I don't know about all you and where you're all at with these two shitbags, but I'm so sick and tired of the fucking Tate brothers. The overwhelming amounts of alpha male fucking bullshit. He's better than you. He's hanging out with all these women back and forth. I mean, he's throwing money at them. They're not fucking going there willingly. So they've been arrested again and again and again and again. Now, for whatever reason, they decided to take a trip from Romania to America to go see the sights and do their thing. He decided to wear an outfit that I think at one point maybe my mother would have worn or my fucking grandmother. I don't even know, but that's definitely not a man's outfit right there. The stupid little faggot slippers, the pants that don't go all the way down to his ankles, and the split purple shirt. But I digress. So Andrew and Tristan Tate have been arrested in Miami after an extradition request from the UK government. Let's check a little bit of that out. By the way, Andrew Tate looks like a trans woman, and Tristan looks like a gangster that just tried too hard. Notice they focus on Andrew because they don't give a fuck about Tristan. There's Tristan in the ridiculous hat. It's a cross between a gangster's hat and a cowboy's hat. I can't fully put it all together. I don't know what this asshole's doing in the gold jacket. I don't know if he's hosting The Price is Right. I don't know what's happening here. Or he's part of his entourage and he's removing something off of him. A microphone or a chain, an expensive chain or something. He has to be part of that group because he's dressed as outrageously as he is.
Back up. Back up. Back up.
I'm telling the cameras to back up. I don't know what the fuck. He's still trying to pull something off of him.
Guys, back up.
Is that a police hat? That doesn't look like a police hat. So you've got your sheriff's badge on or bounty hunter badge, whatever that is. You're in your tactical gear and you're wearing like, the fuck is that? An Oakland Athletics hat? Is this a stunt? Was this real? Why cops don't go around wearing like they're in their full garb and then a Patriots hat. What the fuck is this? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to cancel something. Running too many things. Fucking piece of shit computer.
You know this corner? Yeah. Are you able to pull it up some to the left? You gotta give us a second.
Okay, so that was part of the arrest. I have some more here. This is from TMZ. Of course, they're everywhere. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming they're there to just record them because Andrew and Tristan Tate are there. And then they're just right place, right time to get whatever's going on. leaving. I guess they've already arrested him.
Mr. Tate, would you mind signing?
Hey, Tate.
Come back. Oh, shit. Come over here, Mike. So he backs up at first. He's like, oh, shit. Who's coming at me? And they're like, oh, whoops, it's federal agents. Here comes fucking...
Back up. Back up.
Back up. I'm wearing an Oakland Athletics hat. Back up. I'll have you know this is my favorite baseball team. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Guys, back up.
TMZ's got more info here. Fucking A, hold on. Why can't I just have a fucking couple of pages up? Why does this have to be such a fucking problem? Piece of shit laptop. If you want to help donate to the show to get me a new laptop with more fucking memory, that'd be great, by the way. More RAM, more processing power, so I can actually have pages up and not have it affect the show. Piece of shit. Okay, I'll cancel that. Garbage.
You know the score? Yeah. Are you able to pull it up some to the left? You gotta give us okay.
Tristan, anything to say?
Okay, so super exciting. That's the two of them being arrested. Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate were just arrested in Miami, Florida, and are allegedly being extradited to the United Kingdom. We'll see if that actually takes place or Trump allows it to happen. I don't know. Bricks News reporting Andrew and Tristan Tate charged in the UK as prosecutors seek their extradition from the United States, claiming, allegedly, 7 counts of rape, 3 counts of arranging or facilitating trafficking for sexual exploitation, 3 counts of assault occasioning actual bodily harm, 19 additional charges for offenses relating to indecent images of a child and extreme pornography. I mean, that's even more concerning than everything else that they have child pornography as well. Now, as you all know, multiple charges have been put against all of these guys. I mean, it's been crazy, but Andrew has said yes that he's running a cam girls thing. That yes, they've been kind of moving girls around and doing stuff with them, maybe even being, having a prostitution ring going and stuff like that. They've insinuated some things like that. So they're after them in Romania. They're originally, I believe, UK citizens. They left for Romania because Romania's laws are a lot more lenient as far as sex goes. Not having minors and doing stuff like that, but running cam girl channels, running prostitution. I think it might be more legal or more accepted over there as far as other places go. So they've ended up living in Romania, and the UK has wanted them and I've been after them. They visited the United States once or twice, but last time were they left alone? I think they went to Miami. I can't remember if they were left alone or not, but this time they've been arrested, and the UK is demanding to have them sent back to the United Kingdom. This is okay, the Crown Prosecution Service. The UK's Crown Prosecution is charging Andrew Tate with offenses relating to indecent images of a child and extreme pornography, along with 7 further counts of rape, 3 counts of arranging or facilitating trafficking for sexual exploitation, 3 counts of assault occasioning actual bodily harm, and 19 additional charges for offenses relating to indecent images of child and extreme pornography. I read that to you previously. The CPS has decided to prosecute Tristan Tate, his brother, 38, with 1 count of sexual assault. Tristan, those are rookie numbers, Tristan. That's why you're the beta male and Andrew's in charge. 2 counts of rape and 3 counts of arranging or facilitating trafficking for sexual exploitation. The statement from the Crown Prosecution Service says, the Crown Prosecution Service has decided to bring further charges against the brothers Andrew and Tristan Tate in relation to 4 further victims. I'm going to play a little bit of some of the victims' recounts here in a minute, at least from their point of view and their audio when they were interviewed, and then allegedly, and you can decide for yourself. Andrew Tate, 39, is being charged with 7 further counts of rape, 3 counts of arranging or facilitating trafficking for sexual exploitation, 3 counts of assault occasioning bodily harm, and 19 additional charges for offenses related to indecent images of child and extreme pornography. Tristan Tate, 38, being charged with 1 count of sexual assault, 2 counts of rape, and 3 counts of arranging or facilitating trafficking for sexual exploitation, and 1 partridge in a pear tree. The offending is alleged to have taken place between July 2010 and August 2017, so over the course of 7 years. The suspects were arrested by U.S. Marshal Service and a guy wearing an Oakland Athletics hat in the United States of America on July 18th, 2026. I still don't understand that. Why didn't you have a proper hat on? I don't understand that. You were undercover with the badge and the fucking vest? Following their arrests in the U.S., prosecutors will be seeking extradition in relation to the original 21 charges and the further charges which have been decided to prosecute. So they're going to have to make an argument for them to be transferred to the UK to face their charges. I'm going to play... Where the fuck is it? Oh, it's one of the pages I lost. Cocksucker. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try and find it. One of X is gay, so one of the pages I saved for tonight's show ended up disappearing on me. I'm gonna try and find it. In the meantime, I'm gonna play a video of a whole bunch of homosexuals hanging out together on a party bus, and you might recognize some of them.
They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. Nigga, however. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. All my niggas Nazis, nigga, however.
So Sneeko, who Andrew Tate has accused of attempting to suck his dick while he was in the shower while they were hanging out. Nick Fuentes, who's also got gay concerns being pushed against him as well. There's Tristan. Andrew seems to be absent from this. Tristan wearing all pink, so another beta faggot. Myron Gaines, another, Muslim going against everything. And of course, Clav here, hanging out with him. Clav, who ended up making out with a trans person. I mean, this is just the A-team of, undercover homosexuals.
All my niggas Nazis, nigga, however. They don't understand the things I say on Twitter. Nigga, however.
All faggots. Okay. So here is Andrew Tate on Piers Morgan. I don't know exactly when this was. July. I mean, it was posted July 18th, but I don't know that he was actually on the interview at this time. It's possible. So video of Andrew Tate going off on the UK government is recirculating on the internet shortly after the UK government had them arrested in Miami and seeking their extradition. I'll play this while I look for that other clip.
But I also want to make something very clear to all the people at home and clear to you that most of the white people are very frustrated and they're finding an enemy amongst themselves to take it out on. I think that the white people on these streets have a lot more in common with the brown people on these streets than they do with the politicians, because that's the problem we have here. Keir did not just only say they're going to face the full force of the law. He told everybody with a point of view, everybody who's concerned about the safety of their children, that they are extremists. And that is the most aggravating language you can possibly choose when people finally have had enough of not feeling safe on their own streets any longer. We have people who cannot afford to pay their bills watching migrants arrive who are now being held up in hotels at the taxpayers' expense for indefinite periods of time. We're sending billions of dollars to Ukraine. Nobody voted for it. Nobody wants it. And
it's not we. We who? You live in Romania. It's not we.
Everybody's struggling to pay their bills. Energy prices are through the roof. Inflation is through the roof. Now they no longer feel safe on their streets. They don't want to put their daughters outside to play. The police won't protect them. The police won't turn up for most crimes unless it's something you say bad on Facebook. And when they look for a political solution, they're ignored. What kind of powder keg are we building here through incompetent leadership in the UK? This is nothing but a leadership failure. There's not a country in the world where leadership could fail this spectacularly.
Once again, Andrew.
You having a laugh, old fucking piss. You know, the over-exaggerated English thing. Like he's English, but you went to Romania, so why do you give a fuck about being English? Get a better accent. Get a Romanian accent if you want something new. Okay, so here's this. Voice notes left by Andrew Tate to one of his alleged UK victims, seemingly admitted to raping them. This is alleged. So I'm going to play some of this. It's 1 minute and 20 seconds long.
Am I a bad person? Because the more you didn't like it, the more I enjoyed it. I loved how much you hated it. Turned me on. Why am I like that? Why?
Whilst
You were my whore when I had my hands on you is allegedly one of his statements.
we were having sex, he put his hand on my throat and strangled me until I lost consciousness. But he was still having sex with me when I kind of came back around again.
I am one of the most dangerous men on this planet. Sometimes you forget exactly how lucky you were to get by me. Would you rather me pin you down?
Monsters and monsters. When you're under my control, I do whatever I please. Again, allegedly another one of his statements.
And make you do things you didn't like? Or would you rather? You didn't like that I was thinking I can do whatever I want to. That's what it is. I'm the smartest person on this planet.
And then the next day, one of the whites of my eyes had gone completely red. Apparently, that's kind of common in domestic abuse cases where there's a lack of oxygen in your brain. So your blood vessels start bursting to kind of try and get the oxygen there.
Are you seriously so offended I strangled you a little bit? You didn't pass out.
But he kind of kept saying...
And I love raping you and watching you let me while still debating if it's a good idea or not. Another alleged statement by him.
I own you, you belong to me, threatening to kill me.
Chill the out. Jesus Christ, I thought you were cool.
Chill the fuck out, eh? Blimey, you don't fucking like it when I choke ya. So, you know, it's, I understand that some of this are women that ended up being consensual with them, with Andrew or Christian, whatever the fuck the other one's name is. And they don't like what happened, or they didn't get the money they wanted or whatever, so they're turning on them and they're making accusations. I know that's happened previously, and there are other ones that may actually have some legitimate concerns that they're bringing up. I don't know what you guys think. I just, for me personally, I'm tired of both of these assholes. I'm tired of the whole grift and the super alpha male bullshit, and it's just what they push 24/7. Like, I get it. You guys are super macho, super awesome. You're super great and everything. And you know, I mean, he brags about having certain women live with him, and then those girls move out and other ones move in. I can fucking do that too. You just have to shell some money out. They're not staying there because they want to, because they want to be around you, because you're paying them. It's like prostitutes. You're paying them for a certain amount of time. They leave, you get bored, you get some new ones. That's all it is. I mean, when there were some exposés done on him, it showed some of the cars and houses. They were all rented. He didn't own those things. He was renting them to make it look like they were bigger and badder than what they actually were. And just for me personally, regardless of where this is going to go in what it is, I'm sick of both of these faggots. I'm sick of their stupid fucking stories, their bullshit, their emergency sessions online, and their fucking stories about this and that going on. Like, fuck the both of you. Fucking rot in jail and suck cock. All right? Okay, now that I got that out of the way. So, moving on to a little more political thing here. AOC is out there again. These fucking Democrats doing the fake accents in order to appeal to the people that were there. So when Hillary, several years ago, when she was out either campaigning, was she campaigning for herself? She went down south and she was speaking to a predominantly black audience. And she was like, "Oh yeah, I'll tell you what, I love my hot sauce and I love my chicken wings. I'm gonna find that." And everybody was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're from Connecticut. Why are you talking like you're from fucking Southern Virginia or something? I'm gonna find it so we have one. She adopts the Southern drawl, y'all. Okay, hold on. We're gonna come over here. First, I'm gonna show you this one. So here's Hillary doing it. I'm rushing type things. Here's Hillary doing it, and this was 19 years ago? Holy shit, no fucking way. Really?
Okay. Weekend, Senator Clinton and her campaign took a trip down south, and apparently so did her accent. Listen to this.
I don't feel no ways tired. I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy. I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. And the chair of all...
I don't believe it's gonna be nowhere easy for all you Negroes out here that I'm talking to. So instead of being real, they go out and they appeal to all the dummies out there, and then they make up a fake accent so they can be like, "I'm just one of you motherfuckers out here." Now, here's AOC doing the same thing in Memphis, Tennessee.
We cannot afford to leave Tennessee behind.
Behind, y'all.
We cannot afford to leave...
You thought I was Spanish? I ain't Spanish no more for the next 10 minutes. I'm from goddamn Memphis, Tennessee.
Kentucky behind, Alabama behind, Mississippi behind, Georgia behind.
My behind.
South Carolina behind.
My big old fat Latina behind. Fucking fake ass pieces of shit. And the thing is, people fall for this. Could you watch this and just be like, "Yeah, I like that. She reminds me of me. She's a fucking Latino dumb cunt from New York." What do you mean she reminds you of you? Ron DeSantis put this up. It's absolutely fucking retarded that they do this. I don't know about everybody else. I appreciate authenticity. Just be you. Either I'm going to resonate with you and I like what you have to say and what your overall deal with. Don't fucking bullshit me and pretend that you're part of all this crew and you're part of something else. This is what these Democrats, I don't know if I haven't seen Republicans do this a lot. It's possible. But these Democrats go out of their way to do this, to pretend to appeal to the regular person while also pretending that they're totally truthful and totally authentic. I mean, it's fucking gay. It's absolutely a gay op. So stupid. What else have we got? Speaking of fucking Democrats, here's this dumb bald bitch from my old state of Massachusetts. Dead body found in the home owned by Representative Ayanna Presley's ex-con husband. This is interesting. So this is this dumb bald bitch from Massachusetts. She's a useless piece of shit left-wing garbage. But Boston police received an investigative person call at 1:52 p.m. Saturday for 25 Malta Street in Mattapan, a 7-bedroom, $919,000 house. How would you like to have that? Well, if you were married to her, you can have it, I guess. Owned by Congresswoman Ayanna Presley's husband, Conan Harris, and found a dead body in the area of the home. A dead body was discovered Saturday afternoon on the grounds of Mattapan property owned by the husband. Is it husband or ex-husband? Because I thought it said it was ex-husband. I mean, that's ex-con husband. Okay, and then you click the article, and it says Ayanna Presley's husband. So are they still married or not? Property owned by the husband, or maybe they're separated, by U.S. Representative Ayanna Presley. Boston police have opened a death investigation at the address. The death investigation was reported by the Boston Globe, with additional details reported by the Daily Mail Saturday evening. Boston police were dispatched at 1:52 p.m. to 25 Malta Street on what BPD spokesperson Officer James Mocha described as an investigative person call. Sergeant Detective John Boyle, also a department spokesperson, told reporters BPD is treating the scene as a death investigation. The case is being handled by the department's homicide unit. By Saturday afternoon, an officer had been posted at the front door of the address, a two-story blue home fronted by a freshly painted... I'm just going to tell you about the house. It's the two-story. It's the blue home fronted by freshly painted white picket fence. It can be yours for just literally half the price. It has yellow and red crime theme tape. Oh, shit. Marked off the yard. A for sale sign was propped up out front. On-scene officers declined to say whether anyone was staying at the house at the time of the call, referring questions to BPD media relations. I'm sure you'll definitely get an answer from them. Boston property records and federal financial disclosures show the property is owned by Conan Harris, the state's Presley's husband. Not so. I mean, okay. So this said ex-con husband. So this is libs of TikTok, and they're saying this guy has a criminal history, which is not unsurprising for any Democrat at all. That they're all criminal pieces of shit. So she is still either one married to this man, or they're in the middle of a separation because he killed somebody in the house and you don't know anything about it? Where the fuck have you been, bitch? Presley's husband, the 8-bedroom, 4-bath, multi-family home, or he has a second home that she's like, they stay in separate places, built in 1910. It was built in 1910. It had red shuttered doors. It's amazing. Was purchased by Harris for $340,000 in 2021. It is currently listed for sale by Thumbprint Realty. That's an apropos name. Thumbprint here. Have you killed anyone? Thumbprint. For $1.15 million. I'll have you know someone was murdered in this house. This has made the price go up. Buy now before it goes. More than triple the purchase price 4 years ago. Shantae Turner, the realtor Harris and Presley hired to list the property, told the Globe that the current tenants have been living at the home for a while. Turner declined to comment further, calling the death unfortunate. What do you mean the current tenants? So is it them? Or because they said they were selling it. So they're selling it, but they are still living there, is what they're saying, allegedly. A neighbor told the Globe that Saturday's death investigation is not the first time Boston police have been at the property in force. According to the neighbor, BPD officers raided the same house roughly 2 months ago, about a month before Harris and Presley listed it for sale. Ah, interesting. Fuck off. Boston police have not publicly confirmed the earlier raid or its subject, and the department has not addressed whether the two incidents are connected. Okay. Federal financial disclosures show the 25 Malta Street property brought Harris and Presley as much as $100,000 in rental income during 2025. Okay, so they're not living there; they're renting it out to another family. So this was clickbait. It's meant to seem like these two essentially killed someone and now they're in a lot of trouble. The couple's disclosure lists rental income from 4 Bay State properties last year, totaling roughly $350,000 plus proceeds from the sale of a Fort Lauderdale home valued at between $50,000 to $100,000. So the couple also owns an Edgartown property on Martha's Vineyard listed by the New York Post at $1.1 million. I think about this, folks. When you're in community service, when you are serving the people or serving the government, you are not supposed to be making money like this. 3 separate properties that they've talked about right now, with one of them being valued at $1.1 million, which produced between $15,001 and $50,000 in rent last year. So these 2 motherfuckers are just buying shit and renting it out. I don't know where the fuck they're living. 2 additional Boston units brought in similar rental brackets. So that's 4 units, 5 units that these motherfuckers own and are renting out. Harris spent Saturday morning at the Shaw Roxbury Branch Library, where he took the podium to speak on behalf of Presley at a ceremony renaming the branch in honor of Sarah Ann Shaw, the first black woman to work as an on-air television reporter in Boston. Presley's office had not responded to inquiries seeking comment as of Saturday evening. What has not been said? Boston police have not released the identity, age, or sex of the deceased. The department has not said whether the death is being treated as suspicious. God, it shouldn't it be, though. Whether foul play is suspected, whether Harris or anyone connected to the household was present at 25 Malta Street when the body was found, or whether the tenants, Turner reference, were present at the property Saturday. That's some interesting overall wording. You cannot currently reliably establish that she and her husband were there, or that maybe the people renting the property were there. You can't fully establish that. That's a tad odd. Okay. So developing story, and was the ex-con necessary? Yes, it is. What are you, fucking retarded? It's not safe being around Democrats. That's true. The house was raided by the police 2 months ago. Yeah, we already said that. Apparently the last brain cell died. Fucking hate this bitch. Okay. Dead body, we already read that. Very exciting. Going on to more Democratic pieces of shit. If everything that I already read for you wasn't enough, Nancy Pelosi's husband, this happened while I was away, charged with a misdemeanor hit and run following a crash in California. So we only have his stupid face. Okay, hold on. Let's get some of this here.
Fox News Alert charges could be coming any day now for Paulie P. Nancy's husband, who smashed his Porsche drunk into a day laborer in 2022, was caught in another, this time a hit and run, over the 4th of July weekend, also in Napa, not far from the Pelosi estate. This time he wasn't in a Porsche, he was in a brown Maserati convertible. A witness says after he hit a parked Tesla, he stopped for a second, then kept going. Deputies found him down the road. His Maserati was so banged up it was undrivable. A highway patrol cruiser already parked behind him. He's got serious damage to the front passenger side. Authorities say he wasn't drunk. They breathalyzed him. Paulie blew a 0. So what's up with this guy? Smashes into somebody else's car in broad daylight, doesn't leave a note, just keeps going? Wrecks his car so badly that it breaks down, and cops find him stalled out on the side of the road.
Stone
He's fresh
cold
off
sober.
probation from a DUI?
Stone cold.
Now, the case is on the DA's desk. Allison Haley. Hey, Allie. Allie was the one who gave Paulie a sweetheart deal back in the day, remember? Where she knocked down what should have been a felony DUI to just a few hours of community service.
Are you sure you could complete the test? Okay. Because I really don't want you to fall over and hurt yourself. That's the last thing I'm... Right, but that defeats the whole purpose of the test, grabbing onto a patrol car. So I'm requesting that you take a breathalyzer test. It's not it's a voluntary test, right? But so none of the tests are pass or fail. Are you willing to do the breathalyzer test?
I just want to go home with my busted car. I'm a high-profile individual. There you go. That's what the Democrats do all the time. Hey, what's her name from The View? She was just, her son was just confronted by police for trespassing on somebody else, Sunny Hostin, that dumb bitch from The View. And she was like, oh, yes, well, I just want to let you know that I'm a Harvard graduate, and I've also been a prosecutor. I'm Sunny Hostin. This is my son. And this is what they all do. They get into positions of power so they can abuse all of it and hurt people and do whatever they want. And then they turn around and they say this: I'm a high-profile individual. I'm Nancy Pelosi's husband, just so you're aware. And then, of course, no charges being brought up against him.
Right, no, I understand who you are.
That case was a complete cover-up. They hid the mugshot. Paulie got special treatment. Now, sources say he could be charged by the end of the week. He's probably facing misdemeanor hit and run. He's looking at up to 6 months in county jail, $1,000 fine, probation, 2 points on his license. Now, apparently, Paulie admitted to hitting somebody, but he said he didn't know what he hit. Sure, he just kept driving. And Paulie's either blind or he's lying. Nancy, take his keys, please. He's been in multiple car crashes. One crash was so bad he flipped a sports car and killed his brother. Now, after his last DUI, the DA made him ride around with a breathalyzer wired to his ignition. And after last week's crash, authorities referred Mr. Pelosi to the DMV for a driver reevaluation. Standard procedure for elderly drivers. Paulie's 86. He qualifies. He seems to be taking it in stride. Here he is, strolling out of his San Francisco mansion with Nance. Where is he? Well, we FOIA'd the body cams from the crash, and just like last time,
it's not.
We'll get him.
Professional show. We don't have it.
As Nancy Pelosi famously said, no one is above the law.
So you remember when this shitbag ended up having a guy with a hammer go to the house? So he's Paul is in his boxers with a fucking martini, and he's talking to this guy with a hammer, and then we all weren't supposed to believe that it was just his gay lover that was in the house, that he was having a situation with, and it went out of control. His paid male prostitute. I mean, I'll tell you what, if somebody's breaking into the house, the first thing I do is make sure I'm in my boxers with a martini in my hand, and I wander around the house when they show up. And then when we confront each other, I go, ooh, with the martini in my boxers. Like, get the fuck out of here. So the guy's a drunk, probably a faggot. He's a piece of shit. His wife, Nancy Pelosi's a fucking Democratic piece of shit. And these are the elitists that are allowed to do whatever they want, rule over our lives, and make whatever decisions they feel like, and they get away with it. And I guarantee he will barely get a slap on the wrist for this situation. Whereas you and I, if it was in a DUI and we smashed into a car going down the road, would be hauled off in handcuffs. They wouldn't give a shit who we were or what we said. If you said you had a family or it was a one-time thing, whatever, it wouldn't matter. We'd all be in cuffs. But these pieces of shit can get away with whatever they want. Okay, so moving on to, again, the 4th of July festivities here. The Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds were doing something common here. I think they were flying over, was it Miami? Okay, Pensacola Beach in Florida. Officials with the U.S. Navy's elite Blue Angels flight demonstration squadron said they're conducting a review after social media footage showed a jet flying low over a crowd of beachgoers in Pensacola Beach, Florida, on Wednesday morning. During an arrival maneuver, an aircraft flew lower than standard profiles, resulting in a disturbance on the beach that affected civilian chairs and umbrellas, the statement said, calling it a low-altitude crash. How did anybody...
He collides with two of his comrades' aircraft.
I don't know what... This has got nothing to fucking do with it. Okay, here it is. But now, and now the back one. Whoa! Now, people were allegedly complaining about this. Articles and bullshit were going online. It hurt children's ears. When it went over, they were like this and they were crying. And it blew all of our stuff over. It's like, you can't enjoy something cool. It's not like he fucking crashed right into your beach site. Or she. It might have been, I think it was a female pilot. But flew right over, really low flyover. It was really cool. I think it would have been awesome. I don't give a shit if you blew all my shit halfway down the beach. I think that would have been awesome. But all the lefties and other faggots had to come out and whine and fucking cry about it. I don't like this. This is not right. I don't know if they're responding to me or somebody else here. There's a comment on YouTube. YouTube. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're saying. All right, somebody made it. Yeah, it's the video I played earlier with Nick Fuentes and the other ones. Yes. That was my first time running into that, honestly. And just seeing all of them together being just a bunch of knucklehead fucking faggots, I was like, I have to play this on the show. All right, so what was funny was Pete Hegseth comes over and says, the flyovers will continue until morale improves. I like that. I think that was great. You know, I've had my Libs of TikTok came in and put American flags. Sassafras said, keep them coming. God bless America. Robbie Starbuck was there too. There's a reason it's illegal to have an air show over a crowd, dipshit. Stop it. Well, yeah, a fucking plane can crash. A plane could be on a regular routine and break down and crash into my fucking house. Does that mean that would you consider that a flyover? They're flying all over the place. Something could happen. The fuck are you gonna do about it? Lefty faggots like Quad Carl. What's quad? The fucking cocks in your ass? Okay. So I thought that I've had my criticisms of the administration right now, especially with what's going on with Iran. It's been a fucking mess. I said on my show, I said, get ready to go back to $4 gas again. And I was right. You gotta come listen to the show, folks. I'm gonna give you the truth. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I'm gonna let you know what was going on. They never properly dealt with the Strait of Hormuz. And my belief is that when we got that intel from Israel and we decided to hit Khomeini and take out the Ayatollah plus all of his generals and primary staff and advisors, I think they thought it was going to bring the Iranian regime to its knees, and it didn't do it. So we didn't account for the Strait of Hormuz. And I've seen a lot of people online saying, who gives a fuck about the Strait of Hormuz? It doesn't affect gas in the United States of America. And you know what? Before I educated myself, I thought the same thing. Because I said, well, wait a minute. We drill and produce our own fuel. So why do we give a fuck that European tankers can't make it through the Strait of Hormuz? In the way that the trade and the economy of global fuel works is, if you're participating in the global economy, you have to pay the global price. So if we alienated ourselves from the rest of the entire planet and we just kept all of our oil for ourselves, then you could make the argument that America produces its own oil and then we manufacture our own oil so we can set our own prices. We can set it for a fucking $1 if we feel like it. But one, we don't produce enough to feed the entire United States. And two, there's all the income from those companies that trade on the global market, because we're selling it to this country and this country is selling some to us, right? We're getting it from Venezuela. We're getting it from the OPEC countries like Saudi Arabia and others. So where you've got this network of fuel that's going back and forth. So when you think I don't give a fuck about the Strait of Hormuz, it has nothing to do with me, that's not accurate. Because anywhere where there's a global disruption, it's going to affect us. It doesn't matter that we produce our own oil. So I said that when Trump came out and he was boasting that, we had dealt with it. We have peace. The Strait of Hormuz is opening right away. There's not going to be any problems. I came on my show and I said, that's not the case. They're already arguing behind the scenes. And Israel is attacking Hezbollah up north in Lebanon, and they don't want their terror proxies attacked. They want them all left alone. So they're refusing to do any business or be part of this deal. I told everybody while he was celebrating online and saying it's all good, we got a peace deal, when the other fake conservatives like Matt Morse, D-Day, Cobra, all these other fake fucking conservatives are going out there and saying, 100% Trump's killing it, nothing to fucking worry about. I was here on the show saying, for the summer, get ready to go back to $4 gas or $4 plus, because we can't establish anything in the Strait of Hormuz or peace in Iran at all. And it is going to go back to war again, and the missiles are already flying. I don't have all of that in today's show, but the attacks are already happening. Iran's going after America. America's going after Iran. As a matter of fact, one of the things I remember before coming on the air is a couple more American service members have been killed by Iranian fire as of like today or yesterday. So we're still seeing American deaths, and we're still fighting with Iran, and Iran is still claiming to just like litter fire all over the Gulf and in Midwest states over there. So you may not like to hear it, right? I've voted for Trump, and I've been a Trump fan since day one that he came down the escalator. But I'm not going to lie to everybody that's tuning in and viewing the show. I'm not going to bullshit you and toe the company or party line. I'm going to tell you what's really going on, because you're at that pump paying $4.20 a gallon, and so am I. I'm not some fucking celebrity that's getting some extra shit from all this. I'm just a regular working sucker like everybody else. And I'm getting fucked at the pump, and I'm not going to go fucking jerk Trump off for the whole thing. So that's what's going on with Iran. That doesn't appear to be ending anytime soon. There's not going to be any peace over there. Through the rest of the week, I will follow what's going on with Iran, so you can tune into the show. Like I have the other segment that I have, a random midweek blitzkrieg, and I'll just kind of jump in around maybe like the 2 o'clock time frame, and I'll catch you up with some stuff that's going on through the week. Or it'll be some updates that I can make a fun AI thumbnail or something, and have a little fun with that. So, speaking of stuff that's happening here, have you all been able to avoid shitting yourselves? So the Babylon Bee here saying the explosive diarrhea epidemic has been traced to a gain of function lab at Taco Bell Institute, because apparently there's some bad lettuce. Polymarket once again, mass panic grips the U.S. as the explosive diarrhea outbreak intensifies. Here's the funniest part of this. Many Americans fear they wouldn't know whether they're infected with the parasite or not. So they're like, listen here, God damn it. I got diarrhea 24/7. I shit myself. I didn't even stop. I don't know if it was the goddamn lettuce or it's the goddamn parasite. Only in America are we having so much diarrhea that we cannot differentiate between the bug and just the standard diarrhea that we're having. Shout out to our food and our daily dietary requirements. So the 2026 U.S. outbreak of the explosive. I know, I'm a child. I love saying explosive. The 2026 U.S. outbreak of explosive diarrhea is caused by the Psilospora parasite linked to the contaminated produce. So several companies at this point have said they're pulling all of their lettuce. Taco Bell has, a couple other locations have as well, just to be on the safe side. I think maybe some Aldi's or some supermarkets as well have also said they're pulling the inventory of, depending on where it came from, affecting at least 34 states with thousands of cases. Overview of the outbreak. The current outbreak of Psilosporaceus, caused by the microscopic parasite Psilospora satanensis, I'm sure I didn't get that right, has led to severe, I'm a child, has led to severe, watery, and often explosive diarrhea. I almost said it with a straight face. I almost did it. Has led to severe, watery, and often explosive diarrhea across the United States. As of mid-July 2026, over 6,700 confirmed or probable cases have been reported in at least 34 states, with 141 hospitalizations. God damn it, I'm shitting so much I can't even live or breathe. But no deaths reported so far. The outbreak is unusually severe compared to previous years, with case counts far exceeding the 2,700 total cases reporting in 2020. Hold on. There are 6,700 cases from this. But aside from that, there are normally 2,700 total cases reported in at least 2025. So there were still 4,700 discrepancies between the two. Oh God. They all got to be in like Midwest and down south. They have to be. So investigations suggest that the contaminated fresh produce, not so fresh, is it? Particularly lettuce and leafy greens might be a primary source of infection. Taylor Farms, a major produce supplier, has issued recalls of iceberg lettuce sold in multiple states after testing positive for the Xylospora. The parasite spreads through fecal contamination of food or water, and person-to-person transmission is highly unlikely. Yeah, unless you're having shit fights and you're like the two Indian families that live down the road. Like, oh yes, we were having a poop fight. All of a sudden, we shit all day. Because Xylospora requires 1 to 2 weeks outside the body to become infectious. So you have to be covered in shit for 1 to 2 weeks in order to become infectious. So for any of you that want to be biohazard terrorists, bear in mind you're going to need 2 things. You're going to need the contaminated iceberg lettuce. You are going to need to shit yourself and stay in that matter for 1 to 2 weeks time, or you will be an unsuccessful bioterrorist. I'm not advocating for that. I'm just stating the facts. Symptoms typically appear between 1 to 2 weeks after exposure and include watery, frequent, and sometimes explosive diarrhea, abdominal cramps, bloating, nausea, and fatigue. I have that all the time. Do I have it? Loss of appetite. I don't have the nausea. Loss of appetite and weight loss. Symptoms can last days to weeks and may relapse even after initial recovery. The geographic impact. The outbreak is concentrated in I fucking called it, the Midwest, particularly Michigan, Ohio, West Virginia, and Kentucky. God damn it, in Kentucky, we're shitting our goddamn britches. The cases have been reported nationwide. Michigan alone has reported over 3,300 cases with more than 100 hospitalizations. It's all those fucking Indians and immigrants in Michigan, I'll fucking tell you that. Other states with notable cases counts include New York, North Carolina, Illinois, Indiana, and Texas. Prevention and safety matters. This is going to be important. To reduce the risk of infection, wash hands thoroughly with soap and water before and after handling food. For the illegal immigrants, this is important. I know you don't do this in the country you come from, but it's important to do it here. Wash all fruits and vegetables. Does that include the lettuce? Under running water, scrub firm produce. Cook the produce. Okay. To at least 158 degrees Fahrenheit to kill the parasite. Do you want to cook your paradise, your produce? I think I'd rather shit myself than have produce I had to cook. And for how long? Freezing may reduce risk, but is not fully reliable. Refrigerate cut or cooked produce promptly, ideally within 2 hours of bringing it home. And how long do I have to cook it at 158 degrees for? So I can have like moldy, fucked up produce? Well, I got rid of the parasite. Do you want to have this lettuce now that I cooked at almost 200 degrees? No thanks, just fucking throw it out. We could have avoided the whole thing if I just threw it in the garbage. Why am I going to cook it? I boil my lettuce and my fucking carrots. Oh, great. Don't invite me over. Cylosporasius is treatable with the antibiotic trimethoprim and sulfamethoxazole, Bacterium septra or Cotrim. Most healthy individuals recover without treatment, but immunocompromised people may require more intensive care. You're going to be shitting yourself quite intensively. Federal and state health agencies, including the CDC and the FDA, are actively investigating the outbreak, tracing sources and monitoring case counts. The outbreak season for Xylospora typically runs from May through August. This is the first I'm hearing of it. And 2026 has been an unusually high surge in cases. Individuals experiencing severe diarrhea or gastrointestinal symptoms should contact a healthcare provider promptly for testing and treatment. Now, I have a question here. You're going to have to call from the bathroom. If you're shitting yourself so much that you cannot stop, one, I'm hoping you've brought your phone to the toilet and that it has a charge. Two, you're calling your doctor while you're like, I need an appointment. I think I got the cycle. And I need to come in. I need to get treated. And then you go in and what, wear a diaper? Or do you shit yourself in the doctor's office just to show, right? Like when you take your dog to the vet and you have to get a stool sample, are they going to do the same thing to you? Like just scoop some of the extensive diarrhea off your chair. Apologies about that. The instructions did say that I should go see my PCP. And the other thing is here, when they're growing all this stuff and they're doing all of it, are we, so we're spraying it with pesticides, right? We're putting these different fucking chemicals on all of this stuff. Are we not killing these things? Are we not using something that kills them? I mean, we already spray and put too much stuff on all of our produce and everything that like farms produce, and I'm not blaming the farms. But in order to be compliant, they have to spray or treat or do so many things. And then you get told, well, just wash it off in the sink, it'll be fine. Really? If I pour bleach all over my lettuce, would I be fine? My cabbage or something, right? A whole head of lettuce. If I pour bleach or something all over it, would I be fine if I just ran it under the water and then I'm good to go? I can serve it to my family. Like, this has never made any sense to me anytime. And you guys hear this too, right? And I always heard that from my parents. So if you go and you buy produce at the store, when you bring it home, make sure you rinse it off in the water and get the chemicals off. Does it really get the chemicals off? It hasn't soaked in or absorbed all that shit by now. There's no fucking way this stuff is safe to give to human beings. Do you know, in a complete side note, that apples are only supposed to be like half the size of what they really are? That it's been genetic engineering that has made them a fuller size because they needed to increase their mass in order for them to feed more people. So normally, if you grew them, I don't know, fucking 1,000 years ago, whatever it is, they weren't the full size or the over-exaggerated size that we get now when you purchase these things. It's been engineering to make these things larger. There's just something not right about that. Are we really getting anything fresh anymore, technically speaking, with everything that has to be sprayed on it and put on it? I don't think so. Fuck, we're eating it anyway. We're all fucking dead. You wonder why everyone you know has cancer. Why this? Just all you do is hear about cancer cases. Where's this cancer coming from? I don't know. They just got cancer. Like, from what? They're working on the fucking space shuttle? Where did they get it from? It's all of the shit that we're being exposed to. I don't have an answer on how to deal with it. I grow your own garden, assuming those seeds are safe, and then you can grow it your way without anything on it. But then to manage the bugs, you're spraying chemicals and anti-bug stuff on your produce too. It's, I don't know. We're fucked. That's just the. Speaking of rear end problems, these old fucks. None of them can hold their bowels anymore. They shouldn't be 80 years old and in government office anymore. But Chuck Schumer appears to let out a loud fart on the Senate floor.
The NDAA. The American people need to know, of course, how and why this chaos is spreading through their streets, and we need a complete investigation that's independent. Now on Iran and the NDAA. When all the Trump administration can say about his...
No, there weren't two. I was expecting him to go on and there weren't any issues. He's just fucking shitting himself. He doesn't break character at all. He just keeps going. Like there's nothing. I'd like to talk to you more about the horrible war and how they and the situation that's going on in Iran.
His disastrous war with Iran is that Vietnam was worse. A point Trump made yesterday, he reveals the scale of his failure. This is what Donald Trump said. The only thing he can say is Vietnam was worse. Oh my God.
You know why? Because it's fucking wafted up. And he just had to smell it, finally. After those two explosions, he's like, and Donald Trump didn't have to... Oh God! Oh my God. No, he didn't. Oh,
God.
oh my, he
Now
says,
on
oh my
Iran
God.
and the NDAA.
Why don't I have a...
The American people need to know, of course, how and why this chaos is spreading through their streets, and we need a complete investigation that's independent. Now on Iran and the NDAA. When all the Trump administration can say about his
he almost lifted up a little bit. Did you see that? But now on Trump and the NDAA, and he comes up a little bit and goes like it was fucking
disastrous war with Iran is that Vietnam was worse.
How do I not have parts?
A point Trump made yesterday, he reveals the scale of his failure. This is what Donald Trump said. The only thing he can say is Vietnam was worse. Oh my God.
Oh my God. I'm done. Who the fuck did get me off this pedestal? You have to smell it on it. So you fucking old fuck. That's not a fart. That's just a weird, stupid. No.
So who's in the mood for some milky fights?
Ew, that's gay. That's Chuck Schumer. I'm gonna have to save that one. That one was the closest to Chuck that I could potentially.
Cake farts.
That was gay. All right, this is a very professional show, everyone. By the way, I'd like you to know that. You're going to get your information here, and we are super professional. So that was Chuck Schumer breaking wind on the Senate floor, talking about absolutely ridiculous. There was another one that did it too. Oh God, this fucking guy. Oh, all right. I was hoping to find some sort of composure before I got to this point, and it's not really the case. Oh, okay. So this gentleman had so the Nazi ended up having to step down. Chad Prather or whatever the fuck, not the conservative guy. I forget his name. He was a Democrat running for office in Maine. He ended up having, I don't know if he had the swastika. I think maybe he had the SS lightning bolts on either his chest or his arm. So he was exposed over doing this kind of thing like this where he was waving to the crowd, but he was doing a Heil. So, and then, and funny enough, that wasn't even the thing that brought him down. The thing that brought him down were, I guess, substantial allegations that he had of domestic abuse against a woman. So for the Democrats who all call us Nazis, we're all bad and we're all Nazis. The Nazism wasn't enough, but the domestic abuse was just a little too far for the Democratic Party. So now they have some other candidates that are running for the position now that they've had to hit the reset button and do it again. And it's this fine gentleman right here. So this fine gentleman says that Ashley Webb, as he calls himself, he's a transgender person, a transgender Democrat running for U.S. Senate in Maine, claims he has a monthly period through his rectum. Right? That just means you're bleeding out of your ass. But the thing is, these transgenders, and I have unfortunately learned some of this when doing the news and doing my homework on this, they will find ways to simulate having a period. They'll stick a capsule up their rectum, or they'll put something in a pad and wear it like a woman would wear it. They try to do this to make themselves feel like women. So, he's running for U.S. Okay. So here's the first thing. No, here's the first thing where they say so transgender Ashley J. Webb is running for U.S. Senate in Maine as a Democrat, and they ask this gentleman an address. what are some of your qualifications that you have that might be useful for you serving in the U.S. Senate? Here was Ashley's answer.
Webb, what qualifications do you have to serve in the U.S. Senate?
Oh, I ran for office several times. Didn't win, but I did run. And then I'm a songwriter, and then I write my own books. And then I suppose my transparency, I wouldn't lie to the people, and I wouldn't deceive the people.
You're lying to the American people and deceive the people by pretending you're a woman. You've already thrown your whole premise out.
Like we're being deceived right now. Like we get lied to, smoke and mirrors. Like what's going on with ICE? Pretending like these victims did something wrong. Like that's unacceptable. And I suppose the biggest thing is, like, I'm just an angry citizen now, and if I got elected, I'd be an angry senator, and I think that would probably be their worst nightmare.
That's super. That's super great. I will I wrote a book once and write my own music. I don't know if that's cool, but if you like it, here's his theme song for his Senate run.
4 big guys, and they grab on my thighs, blow up my guts like the 4th of July. If they keep fucking my butt, then I might just cry. Poop and semen spraying on my eyes. He lick my dick and the cum start spraying. Charging up my dick, I'ma go super saiyan. When it comes to fucking booty, I don't do much playing. I whispered in his ear like, hey, are you staying? He said, yeah, I'm not.
All right. There's going to be his theme song when he runs for the official run. So they were on a panel and they were all asking questions. You don't see the other new potential candidates. You just saw him, but that was one of his answers. Now, Representative Nancy Mace putting up, here is another one of his answers to a question that he got.
And then with the trans community, like, we're being dehumanized. They say that we want to hurt people. I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to use the bathroom. And if they want me to use the men's room, I will, but I don't want to be assaulted. And then with the trans community, like, we're being dehumanized. They say that we
look at the glazed dead look in his eye. Oh man. I mean, I don't know. I just don't want to be. I don't want to be attacked, anything. I mean, I'll use whatever bathroom they want me. I just want to be. You want me to use the guys' room? I suppose I'll do it. I don't know.
we want to hurt people. I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to use the bathroom. And if they want me to use the men's room, I will, but I don't want to be assaulted.
I don't want to be assaulted. So this is a grown man in a flower dress. I think my grandmother might have owned a dress like that at one point in time. So, oh God. All right, so we've been going for an hour and 30 minutes. If you guys are having fun and you like the show, please give it a like and subscribe. If you want to financially help the show, I pay for everything out of pocket. You can, I always forget what this is. I set this up. I can't even fucking remember. Buy me a coffee /Relief Valve podcast at buymeacoffee.com or Cash App $ Relief Valve podcast as well if you wanted to do that. If not, a like and a subscribe is free. I really appreciate it, and it helps to support the show. So let's see what else is going on here. I had other stuff. I don't know how much I can get into that is just going to be crazy. The Candace Owens shit has been absolutely fucking crazy. She's gone so much more overboard at this point that she's now accusing Steven Crowder from Louder with Crowder for being an insider being funded by the FBI. When really he just has he has some people that enjoy his show that work for the FBI, and they've snuck him on the down low some information, on the basis of anonymity that they shouldn't do. So they're doing it and being anonymous, and they get him information so he can put it on the show. But now the Crowder is coming out with contrary information. The newest lie and grift from Candace Owens is that Louder with Crowder is in on it as well. And the receipt that you're seeing going around from the restaurant, Mr. Exclusive, I love what he's doing. He has a bigger platform than I do. He has contacted the restaurant, spoken to the owner, and established that Tyler Robinson was never there. And that any information that they do have, they've cooperated fully with the FBI just to show we don't have anything. I don't know why that employee was claiming that Tyler Robinson was there and that he didn't serve him. but he's the one that cashed him out at the end of his order. And then they've been showing
Wasn't
this...
really paying attention to my phone that day. I'd seen that Charlie had been shot, and I didn't really want to give any of my energy to it until I was done with work. And the next morning, I went to my other job, and my coworker was kind of talking to me about it. He pulled up a picture. He said I looked like I was a little shocked by it, because I recognized the face, and then later that night, or that day rather, they released a video of him getting his college acceptance letter, and when I heard his voice, it was no doubt in my mind that was him. Wasn't really paying attention to my phone that day. I'd seen that Charlie.
This is the alleged employee that was interviewed by some loudmouth asshole that's got the camera on him. He's blocked off his face, and he's claiming that he didn't serve the food to Tyler Robinson at the restaurant. He cashed him out at the end of the order. This was the bullshit receipt. So he supposedly had beers, and the only thing on here is soft drinks and a sirloin steak. Server's name is blocked out. Candace is claiming that she has access to the full unredacted thing. And this is Cowboy's Smokehouse, which is like 45 minutes to an hour away from the college, and this is what she's presenting, along with a couple of other shitbags that are trying to say this is the reason that Tyler couldn't have done it. He was at a restaurant having a steak and a beer when all of this happened.
It is a very clear image of Tyler Robinson, allegedly taken, I'll say allegedly for safety here, but it's looking right according to my timeline, allegedly taken at 6:38 p.m.
Oh yeah, this was the Dairy Queen thing, which is also not accurate. He wasn't there on that day. It could have been another time, but it wasn't that day, but another one of her bullshit lies.
At a nearby Dairy Queen. Here is that photo that we can show you. Just take a look at this photo. What is wrong with this picture? A lot is wrong with this picture. First and foremost, 6:38 p.m., you just shot someone. You have gone through great pains to hide your face, to change your outfit, but wait.
I can't stand that dumb bitch's voice. So, she says that he was at the Dairy Queen at 6:38. He couldn't have possibly shot Charlie Kirk. And then she's stating once again, no. Now. So this guy has been, apparently, instead of shooting Charlie Kirk, he's been stuffing his face the entire day that this happened. So he's been to a Dairy Queen at 6:38. Then he went to go stuff his face at a Cowboy's Steakhouse at 8:55. And his checkout was 9. So this fucking kid is just on a fucking bender shoving food down his throat. So according to Candace Owens, he could not have possibly have killed Charlie Kirk because he has been on an actual just eating bender the entire day. So the Dairy Queen and Cowboy Steakhouse are 3 hours and 5 minutes away from each other. Maybe you can possibly get there sooner if you're speeding or taking a different route. But not that much sooner. Can you please explain? Just asking questions. This is what Looney Tune Candace Owens is doing. Everybody that is following this lying piece of shit soap opera queen. Please stop. You are not getting legitimate information from her. It's all lies. It's all a soap opera. What she is trying to do is she hates Charlie Kirk and Erica Kirk so much that she is trying to get their murderer off the hook. She's trying to flood the area with so much misinformation to taint the jury pool, because I covered the preliminary hearings for the Tyler Robinson murder trial. This was to establish if they have enough, the prosecution has enough information to move forward to take Tyler Robinson to trial. Not this first part is not to find him guilty. It is just to establish, do we have enough information that he can be tried in court, and you can attempt to either fully find him guilty or find his innocence. So there is no jury currently for the Tyler Robinson case. It's my personal opinion that Candace Owens is trying to flood the ether with bad and contrary information about what happened that day in order to get Tyler Robinson off the hook. She is an evil, disgusting person that is trying to get Charlie Kirk's murderer off of the charge, to get away with it. So she can not only laugh all the way to the bank, she's making millions from everybody that watches her show and donates to her garbage. But on top of that, she'll get a win because she was forced to step down from TPUSA. Her homosexual husband was not allowed to run America TPUSA because he used to be part of UK TPUSA. This is all a revenge tour from Candace Owens. And she is trying to get, it is my opinion, I am of the opinion, that she is trying to get Tyler Robinson off the hook. That this entire thing that she's pushing is to put enough garbage out there that if he ends up facing a jury will not be able to come to a total collective decision on what should happen. That he should get the death penalty because this is aggravated murder. So he's eligible for the death penalty. So she will try to the best of her ability. If she can't get him off from the preliminary where he'll just be allowed to walk because they'll claim there wasn't enough evidence, she will try to get him out when it comes to the actual murder trial. And it's so concerning to me that she has I think on YouTube she has 6 million followers at this point. I don't know if they're all legitimately real or she's bought some bots and so she's beefed up her numbers. It doesn't really matter which one it is. It's concerning that many people are tuning into the show and they're thinking they're getting legitimate information from her. I understand the conspiracy theories that are coming out about this. I have questions and concerns of my own, but I don't want to go so far into left or right field that the murderer of Charlie Kirk ends up getting away. This was a horrible situation with a man that was shot in broad daylight in front of hundreds of thousands of people. It was horrible. The wrong person was found for the JFK murder. I don't want the wrong person found now. So people make the argument, well, Candace is just asking questions. If you have questions and you want to find out what's going on with this, you should be happy she's doing that. No, she's not just asking questions. Because if I want to go the same route as Candace, I could ask, where was Candace on the day Charlie was shot? Maybe she killed Charlie. Maybe she hired someone to get onto a roof and murder Charlie because she had problems with Charlie and Erica. Hey, guys, I don't know. I'm just asking questions. You see how easy it is? All I have to do is throw ridiculous accusations out. And then I just have to say, I'm only asking questions, guys. And then whoever wants to come back and go, that's a good point. Where was Candace that day? Where was Candace when those Egyptian planes were landing in that airport? Where was she when this and that happened? Right? Just asking questions, folks. It's all absolute fucking bullshit. Candace is an absolute piece of shit. I already went over that. So this is the receipt. So Mr. Exclusive, again, doing good work. And Charlie investigation update. I have just gotten off the phone with Mr. Perkins, the owner of Cowboy Steakhouse, where he was alleged to have gotten a steak and a couple beers. And he confirmed the following to me directly. I'm also tagging him in this post. It was a brief but important phone call. According to Mr. Perkins, Tyler Robinson did not eat at Cowboy Steakhouse. It has been officially verified to him from law enforcement. He is sure himself. Mr. Perkins also addressed the receipt that has been circulating on X. He told me that the receipt being shared is not Tyler Robinson's receipt, or the one thought to possibly be Tyler Robinson's, nor is it the receipt shared with investigators. Mr. Perkins was polite, but clearly has been bombarded with calls. He told me people need to use common sense. I don't know if the receipt is a legitimate receipt, but it is not the receipt in question. So it could be one of his receipts from his restaurant, or it could be an AI-generated receipt from Cowboy Smokehouse that will be identical to one that they do, but it won't have the proper information on it because you weren't there, so you don't know what the person ordered. He did not call anyone a liar. However, he did tell me that many reporters and investigators coming into the steakhouse could easily get a receipt. Mr. Perkins made it clear Tyler Robinson did not eat at his restaurant. I have always believed in going directly to the source whenever possible, rather than relying on rumors or secondhand information. I contacted the owner himself, and this is what he told me. Mr. Perkins' statement directly contradicts one of the narratives that has been circulating around online regarding Tyler Robinson's alleged whereabouts. This has been Diligent Citizen and Candace Owens. These are the two shitbags that have been putting this stuff around and lying to people. As always, I will continue to verify information, report what I can.
And then with
I like this guy. I ended up following him. Mr. Exclusive, he's got 3,000 followers, followed by Dr. Red Pill, Laura Loomer, and Daniel Meha as well, the new MAGA order. You can find him if you're interested in getting more information from him. He seems to do his due diligence from what I've seen and go for the information, regardless if it fits anyone's narrative or not. And that's what I like. I mean, you may feel strongly about this or you may feel strongly about that, and I get it. But I do want the truth of the situation, regardless of whether I'm going to be happy about it or not. The quartering is a whole bunch of shit I have to get to. The Helen of Troy, yeah. The Odyssey movie, just woke DEI garbage. To all the conservative morons that you're seeing online, like D-Day Cobra, Jack Posobiec, and others, these fucking fake conservative bums that are saying this is a great movie. This got a tranny and a ghetto trash looking black woman that's playing Helen of Troy. Like, again, don't follow these people. They're so fake. Yeah, this is another thing that's been going around as well. I reached out to Nick Shirley about it. He's so busy that even if he wanted to, he has not gotten back to me. These claims that were being made that Nick Shirley was somehow related to Tyler Robinson. So it came to a point where Nick Shirley ended up putting up his genealogy and showing his whole family composition that shows that he doesn't have any relation to the Robinson family at all. This is just some other left-wing grifters or losers or bums or whatever it is that are again trying to create this false, stupid narrative that he's related somehow. His Tyler Sheridan's Tyler Sheridan. I'm thinking of Yellowstone. The Tyler Robinson is mom was his mother's sister, so she's an aunt. And just this, so they could say that, well, Nick Shirley's a Fed. He's a Fed. Tyler Robinson's a Fed, and this whole thing is all orchestrated. Again, it's the candy cult that's coming out with all of this crap. So this, for anyone that's been dealing on the East Coast or even up northern United States, you're dealing with these Canadian fires. This was a
here, like seriously, right? This could potentially overtake us here. This is getting a little scary.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Okay. Holy shit, eh?
Okay, y'all need to hurry up here. Like seriously, we're encased in flames now.
You guys gotta go backwards. Go.
Hello, Jody. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you there. I'm telling them you were notching up.
Yeah, this has got to move fucking quick here.
Fucking quick here, eh? What the fuck, eh?
Holy crap. Oh, that's alright. This kind of burnt off, so we'll be okay now.
Yeah, it went across. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, look over there. You guys got a light now or what? Did you guys get that light?
So I guess they've had to stop because further up ahead they're not getting the okay to move forward. Because I wondered at first, have you stopped to take fucking pictures? I can't imagine the company's thrilled with that. But you hear him asking, do we have a light? Are they giving us the okay? Because this is on both sides of the street and the tracks. So it might not have been safe for them to go right through, especially if they've got combustible material on the cars.
Oh yeah, they're clipping. Whew! That's a meat and a half, eh?
Oh fuck. So that's some crazy stuff. All these wildfires and they're supposed to be this utopia of leftism and love everybody and accept the illegals and all that, and their fucking forests are all burning down. Like fucking, as PPP would say, figure it out. All right, so the one final thing that I want to do here is I'm curious about what everyone thinks about it.
On the vote, the yeas are 308, the nays are 117. The bill is passed.
So this is passed in the House, and it's going to have to move up to the Senate, and then if it makes it through there, signed by President Trump. This is to get rid of daylight savings time. So a lot of people are on like both sides of the fence over this, and some people are saying it's going to fuck the whole day up because you're gonna, it's going to be, it's going to be dark at fucking up till like 9 a.m. or something. So the House has passed legislation to make daylight savings time permanent nationwide, ending the twice-a-year clock changes by a 308 to 117 vote, backed by President Trump. So if it makes it to him, he intends to sign it. The bill now heads to the Senate. If approved and signed into law, Americans would no longer have to change their clocks and go through that whole thing. So in kind of finalizing here, I'm curious about what all you guys think, because I'm a little split about it myself. It's a pain in the ass. I love getting the extra hour in the fall, and I hate losing it when springtime comes. But it coincides with the time frame so that it kind of works out the way it's supposed to, and you're not dipping an extra hour into having absolute darkness, or you're driving to work at your 8 a.m. commute is still pitch black or something because we didn't do we don't do the time change anymore. I know some of this was like, it was for various different reasons. One of them was farmers would have more time in the day in order to farm, going back to like the war, World War II, World War I, and they would have an extra hour of farming time rather than losing it and doing everything in the dark. And then you would go back to it in the fall. And that wasn't the only reason. There were other reasons as well. But it's come to the point with technology that for the reasons that it was used for originally, we don't really require them anymore. So in with the example I use with farmers, they can go out with the equipment. The equipment all lights up. You can put lights on their property. You can farm all night if you feel like it. So you don't have to be encumbered by running out of light and then not being able to do any of your work anymore. It's it's pitch black, or you have a fucking lantern, when you're there with the horse. So I mean, I'm curious about what people think about this. Whether you're fine with getting rid of the making daylight savings time permanent, which I don't think we're going to get that hour. I think they're going to go by, if I'm reading it right, they're going to go by the time change for the spring. So fall back and spring ahead, right? So we get fall back, we get the hour back in the fall. Spring ahead, we lose it, we go back to regular time in the spring. If they pass this, it will be, we're losing, we're never getting that extra hour back again in the fall. We'll run straight through with the normal time. I'm curious about what you all think about that. I'm split on it myself. It's always been kind of a pain in my ass. Oh, it's coming this Sunday at fucking 2 a.m. We got to switch our clocks again. We got to go full. Oh, we're fucking losing it. Oh, we're getting it again. I'm like, just fucking leave it alone and let's just get back to the day. I hate getting an extra hour in the fall and then losing it in the spring. I get something that is taken away from me. We deal with that shit enough already. I don't want more of it. Just fucking take it and be done with it. That's what I think. But that's the Shitbag Roundup that I have for you today. I will have more updates coming throughout the week, including what's going on with Iran. That's turning into a mess. And, we're going to deal with those high gas prices going through the summer. It's not just the increase for the summer. They may try and say that. Well, gas prices go up because more people are traveling in the summer. So the price goes up. It's not just that. It's the Iran war, too. So we're in my town, we're back up to $4.20 a gallon. And when Trump was trying to manipulate the information coming out of there, saying there was a peace deal and saying tankers were going through again, and they were to an extent, but then they started getting attacked again, and they getting warning issues from the IRGC saying, turn around, you can't go through this area. So at that time, when he was trying to do that, and he was doing it to get everybody to lower their prices, it went down to like $3.50, $3 something. Now in my area, they're back up to over $4, depending on where you go. it's 420, it's 430, it's 450, whatever the fuck it is. We're right back where we were before we were having this whole discussion. $4.50 a gallon. Been waiting for it to jump up. And unfortunately, if this doesn't go anywhere, you may see it go up. So that's the shit part. But that's the Shitbag Roundup. That's what I have for all you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the show and, the time and effort that I put in. And I appreciate all the new followers and supporters we're getting. I've gotten a whole bunch more on X. I had 400. I don't know if fucking illegals and Indians are jumping on now. I have like 1,200. I don't believe this because I'll end up getting messages and the person's like, hello, sir. It's some cute blonde. And they're like, hello, sir. I love your show, sir. What's your name and where are you from? It's like, okay, fuck off. So I don't trust any of this shit. So before I had this other jump when I made my other announcement, I was at legitimately 446 followers, something like that. Then I made the announcement and thanked everybody for all of the new followers. All of a sudden I jumped to a fucking 1,000. So right now, I'm not going to celebrate over 1,000 because I believe it's just a bunch of fucking Indians. There's enough of them. They can very easily do this. So when this gets filtered out and X kicks out the fucking fake ones, we'll see what my numbers actually are. But 500 on YouTube, I think 600 on Rumble, and just 4 on Kick. I need more followers on Kick. I just started there. So help me get a presence on Kick and get going on there as well. But thank you everyone for all the support in general. Please like and subscribe if you're willing to help the show. Thanks again, and I'll talk